like turkey and stuffing and mashed potatoes. Oh my gosh,
all
I'm
the
so
carbs.
Excited. My dad just texted me this morning saying, "What kind of pie do you want?" Like pecan pie.
I like apple and pumpkin. You know what I had too that was really fantastic was pumpkin pie ice cream. Yeah, at first I was like, no, I think this is going to be kind of gross, but it tasted really good. So if you get a chance, try it out. Yeah. Anyway, we'll talk about Thanksgiving next week. But yeah, this week, the big-ass movie, the most anticipated movie of the year for me personally, Catching Fire, Hunger Games Catching Fire came out. And we did see it, but we're going to do that in a separate podcast because I feel like we're just going to talk about it for too long. So, so it's either two shorter podcasts or one really long one. And for all you many listeners that don't care about Catching Fire, this way you have this one. You can just skip the Catching Fire podcast.
Or people haven't seen it yet and don't want to get spoiled, but they want to listen to the rest of our stuff. You know, we'll just do it separately.
Yeah,
so,
they got to get their damsels fixed.
Yeah.
So. No. Anyway. Okay. So skipping that, I actually did see two new movies in the movie theater. So the one I saw last week actually, but that was Best Man Holiday, which is the sequel to The Best Man that came out, I think, in 2000 or 1999. So it was quite a few years ago. But it was cool. They actually got the entire cast back, which was, awesome. I like when they do that, when they get the same people back. And most of them look exactly the same, which is kind of unfair, especially. Yeah, it's like, I know I don't age that well. But anyway, that movie, the first one, I like it. It's a cute movie. It's like a romantic comedy, a couple of dramatic elements thrown in there, I guess. But yeah, I was excited when I heard about this one. And then this one takes place during Christmas. So it's like a Christmas movie now, too. So yeah, it was really good. It's the same cast and everything. It's them meeting up for the weekend basically, and now they're all older and have kids and all that kind of stuff. But let me tell you, I'll start it off with saying spoilers, just because I won't tell you exactly what happens because I do think you should see these movies because I think you'd really like them.
Yeah, because I haven't seen the first one either.
Yeah, so, well, it's on like Amazon or you can rent it or whatever. So yeah, this podcast will be filled with spoilers for all these movies, but I won't spoil this one just because I think you should watch it and you'll really like it. It's your kind of movie.
Okay.
But that being said, I cried my eyes out at this movie. Aww. I didn't realize I was going to, so I went in like, yay, this is going to be fun, da da da. And I'm not kidding. In the theater, I was I was so upset watching this movie, and everybody in the theater was too. There was a guy that was sitting in front of me. He was like an older gentleman, and he was like, this damn movie gonna make me cry. It was so funny. Everybody was crying. But it was really good. I remember I was listening to a review from somebody who, reviewed this movie and they hadn't seen the first one. I was like, how can you review a sequel to a movie if you haven't seen the first movie?
Yeah.
And so I think that's a little weird.
Kind of like seeing Catching Fire without seeing The Hunger Games.
Right,
like,
exactly.
What?
Like, no, I'm not going to take your review. Wait, I'm going to take your review with a grain of salt because you didn't see the first one. But anyway, I really enjoyed this. If you like the first movie, you'll like this one, but be prepared to cry.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, I don't consider myself too much of a baby, but I definitely cried watching this.
Oh,
but it's good, and it's like a Christmas movie too.
Well, if you cry, then I'll definitely cry because I cry very easily. As my family knows, and everyone who knows me knows.
True. Oh my God, what was that?
I don't know.
This podcast is
children.
It's a hot mess. All right. Anyway. And the other movie I saw yesterday, actually, which this is a little bit different for me. I saw an indie movie called The Dallas Buyers Club. It's basically the movie where Matthew McConaughey is super crazy skinny. I don't know if because I keep seeing commercials for it on TV, and I'm like, oh God, he looks terrible in it. But he lost the weight for the movie. It's not like he's not actually sick or anything in real life. Anyway. I didn't really know too much about this movie. I knew it was set back in like the 80s or the 70s and that he had some kind of illness, but that's all I knew. And actually, I didn't know, and I found out at the end of the movie that it's based on a true story. It's this guy, Ron Woodruff, I think his name is, and it's he gets AIDS. It's in like the mid 80s. And he's got AIDS. It's basically his struggle with AIDS, and he's trying to he gets these drugs that help him out, but they're not approved by the FDA. So yeah, he gets them from Mexico, and then he brings them back into the States and sells them to people. and he makes money off of that. And it's basically, that's like the gist of the whole story.
Ooh.
And it's definitely not something I would normally go to the movies to go see. And it was a good movie. It was very well acted. Him and what's his name? Jared Leto, the guy who I still think he's very attractive. He's got
he is
beautiful eyes and stuff. He makes a very attractive woman with his cheekbones and stuff. When he has makeup on, he's really pretty. And he's very good in this movie. Him too. He gets really gaunt looking and stuff. But both of them did a really, really, really good job. Jennifer Garner's in it too. She's his doctor, but she kind of plays the same role she always plays, like just the sweet, girl. She
has a wholesome look about her,
Exactly.
So it's kind of hard.
So, but they did a really good job, and it was a good movie. I'm glad I saw it, but I don't really ever feel the need to see it again or anything like that. But it was a good movie. I think they did a really good job acting. I didn't take note of who directed it either. Sorry, that's my bad.
Slacker.
Sorry. But yeah, those are the two new movies I saw besides Catching Fire. So now let's see. What did you didn't see anything else besides Catching Fire, right?
No, not new movies.
Okay.
No, I saw like new release movies.
Right. So okay, what was some of the? So what, I guess you're catching up for all the summer movies.
Yeah.
You missed.
Yes, I saw Man of Steel.
Yay, the Superman movie.
Yeah. And I guess I'll just go into what I feel about it. But I really wasn't that impressed by it. Honestly.
Oh yeah, what didn't you like?
Well, it was confusing with all the flashbacks. Like it was just weird how it started out. Like it was fine how it started out with them, releasing the baby into and going to Earth and stuff like that. But then all of a sudden it switched to like him rescuing people on the oil rig and stuff. Like wait. Like, okay, he's not going to be found. Like, I know I like more linear movies where like he just goes and then they find him. Like, yeah, I think it jumped around too much because I was confused. I mean, most people know the backstory of like Superman and stuff, but it just still like I was like, wait, okay, so now he's grown up. Like, where's the parents? Like, I was a little confused. Let's see here, and I wasn't really. Because they didn't show too much with him growing up with his dad and stuff and his mom, his Earth mom and dad, I should say. They didn't really like, and I remember reading about this too, and I didn't think about it until I saw it, but I was like, oh, they're right, that there wasn't that much character development. Yeah. Like there's so much like action and stuff, you really didn't feel too much for the characters. Like when his dad died, I was like, oh, that's a little sad, like whatever. But
I felt like his death could have been, it was still like avoidable. Like I understand, but I'm like, oh my God, it's your life though.
Yeah, it's just weird. Just a random tornado. It's just like, oh, okay.
Well, they live in Kansas or somewhere. So I mean, that's where the tornadoes are.
And then the other thing is that there's so much destruction. Like the second half of the movie was all just both of them just destroying every city around them.
That's like a universal complaint about that movie. It's like, oh my God, what's the death toll in this movie?
Yeah.
All these buildings and stuff.
The damage costs and everything too. It's just like, okay, like and it needs to calm down for a little bit here. And then but it was just constant, like just fighting and stuff.
And then them hitting each other and stuff. It's like neither of them, this isn't hurting either of them. Yeah. So it's getting redundant. Like it's, come on, do something else because this isn't working. Yeah. Obviously.
I mean, the main thing is that I was actually watching this with my sister, and she doesn't really know who that actor is. What's his name?
Henry Cavill, I think?
She hadn't heard of him or anything like that. But it's a scene after the oil thing where he comes out of the water and goes up this clothesline and finds some clothes and stuff. And he's walking up shirtless. And Rand's like, oh my.
Yeah,
Like, he's like more, he was more fit than Thor, I thought.
Yeah,
Jeez.
Yeah.
that was nice. That kind of made up for some of it. But... But yeah, I just, and then they also, like, the romance with him, like, or the beginning of a romance with him and Lois, like, I didn't really see much of that either. And all of a sudden she's like, oh, I gotta find my rescuer, and she's interviewing everybody. I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I like the movie, but I agree about the destruction part. And I do wish that there was a little bit more, I mean, yeah, like, I kind of wish there was some more interactions, like, just in general. My main thing is I just find Superman boring. I don't really actually like he's my least favorite out of all the the well-known superheroes, the ones that you and me know. But yeah, I find him too boring, and he's just too powerful. He's like the Hulk. Like the Hulk, is probably my least favorite, like on the Marvel side. But him, I'll forgive a little bit because like he's super strong and indestructible and stuff. But he also doesn't seem to be like totally in control at that point. So that's like, I guess, a weakness. But Superman is he's too strong. He's too powerful. Except for, what is it? Kryptonite?
Kryptonite, yeah.
But I mean, whatever. That's no big thing, really. Like, I don't know. I've never, excuse me, I've never really liked Superman. I wanted to see the movie because, I like that director, and it's, a big epic superhero movie. But yeah, just in general, I just don't really like Superman all that much.
I did like how they addressed the kryptonite thing because I knew from I used to watch Lois and Clark Superman.
With, with Dean Cain and Terry Hatcher.
Yeah. So I remember the whole kryptonite like is his weakness and stuff. Right. So I like how they said like, oh, he's grown up and adjusted to Earth's atmosphere. So when he was in Krypton's atmosphere, that's what weakened him.
Right.
Know?
Yeah, that was a smart idea.
Yeah. So I like how they did that. I give him props for that.
And that's how they were able to explain like some of his what was it, like his flying or jumping or something, because the atmospheres are different, I think, something like that. Yeah, I thought that was clever. So I think it's like a good starting movie, like a good origin movie. I'll definitely want to see, and they will, but I definitely want to see some improvements. I was talking about this the other day. Do you think, like, I know they're making the Batman and Superman movie, but there isn't going to be a Superman movie in between, right? There isn't going to be like a sequel to this?
I don't think so. No, I think that's the next one.
Yeah, see, I don't know. I don't know about that movie. I'm still kind of on the fence. Like, I'm obviously going to go see it and everything, but I don't know.
From what I read, like, are they fighting each other in this coming out?
I think what it is, they're going to butt heads for, like, I guess the first half of the movie, and then they'll probably learn to work together.
Well, butt heads like Iron Man and Captain America, in the Avengers. Like how they were
I guess. I don't really know. Yeah. I don't know about any of that stuff. The two of them fighting together. I'm Team Batman out of the two, so whatever. But I'm still obviously going to go see the movie, so we'll see how that goes. But yeah, that's basically the same thing that I said. I think it was pretty good, but it wasn't. There were a couple things I didn't like about it.
Yeah, it wasn't my favorite movie out of because I am enjoying all these superhero movies that they're coming out with the whole Marvel thing and everything. But yeah, I think I was expecting more, and I was a little sad and like, oh man, they just didn't do this. So. But it definitely was not a bad movie.
Right,
so plenty of bad movies, but
yeah,
I wanted more.
All right, cool. What was the other?
That was a new release.
Oh, okay.
Movie, and then I just had my Clearing the Queue movie.
Oh, right. Okay. Oh, yeah, I had mine too. I didn't get to finish Young Frankenstein, so I'm just gonna add that into this week's. Okay. And so I watched Baby's Day Out.
Aww.
So yeah, this is a cute movie. I definitely would have liked it when I was little.
Yes.
I don't really have a whole lot to say about the movie. It was a cute movie, but it was also pretty, forget it. Like, I don't, like, it's not something I'm going to add to my collection or anything like that. But I could see if I grew up on it, I might have like a soft spot for it, but as an adult, it's just like, this is something I would throw on to make my kids shut up for an hour.
I feel like that's how my review is going to sound about my movie.
Well, see, now that's funny because that movie is regarded as a classic, though.
Yeah.
But anyway, so yeah, it was all right.
The one thing I liked about Baby's Day Out is that it's kind of like Home Alone, and that all the guys just kept getting hurt and stuff.
Yeah.
But a lot of the times where they were like getting their feet run over, they're falling the building and stuff, like they should be like in a hospital.
Oh well, yeah.
Just kept recovering. And the same thing with like, oh, anybody would see this baby crawling around.
Yeah,
the street.
It's definitely not a realistic movie, but I mean, it's fine. It works for the story.
It was
and
cute.
Stuff. Right. Exactly.
Yeah. But it was funny how, because I remember you were saying like, oh, look at this actress in here. Oh, this actress is in here. Yeah.
Yeah, there was a lot of people I recognized. Like Lara Flynn Boyle was in it, and it was before she started looking all gaunt and stickly. So she looked a lot better. And what's her name from Sex and the City was in it with an English accent for some stupid reason.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Because she's the nanny. The nanny always must have an English accent.
Oh, jeez. Whatever. Yeah. But yeah, it was cute. It was all right. So anyway, moving on to your movie.
My movie was The Goonies.
Hey, you guys.
I know, like, it makes me want to say that, like, coming to work and be like, hey, you guys.
Yeah, well, now, if anybody, because people say that sometimes,
Yeah.
but if you hear that, you'll know why.
Yeah, exactly. I can definitely see why kids loved it. Like, it was a whole treasure hunt and, like, finding, like, because, like, as a kid, like, my sisters and I would do that because we have, like, a bunch of woods behind my parents' house.
Right,
So we go on a treasure hunt and stuff like that. And, yeah, it's fun to have your imagination. I actually thought going into this, because I hadn't read anything about it, I didn't know what it was about. I just seen the movie cover. Like, I thought it was something like they were going to be dragged into some fantasy world or something.
Oh,
Like,
okay.
when they were up in the attic and trying on the pirates' clothes and stuff, I was like, oh, someone's going to trigger something and they're going to be sucked into some alternate universe. Like, that's what I was expecting to happen.
Oh, okay.
So that was like a little twist. They're like, oh, okay, this is an actual real like treasure and everything.
Yeah, it's all here on Earth.
Yeah. I definitely laughed a lot. There was a lot of funny lines, like Chunk especially, like when the people caught him, whatever, and they're like, tell us everything. He's like, everything? And then he starts like confessing to all the stuff he's done in his life. Like, oh, I pushed you down the stairs and blamed the dog.
Yeah. It's funny, that kid, because they have like a, Goonies stars, then and now kind of thing. And he's like a lawyer, an entertainment lawyer or something in over in LA or whatever. But he's like all physically fit and stuff. And he's like, you still tell it's him, but yeah, he's like still in the business, but he doesn't act really.
Like, ooh, like Chunk got fit. I did get a little confused at some parts because they were all talking at once, like I'm freaking out and stuff. So I was like, wait, what's going on? Like this? Oh, okay, that's where those people are staying and stuff.
The Patellis.
I was a little confused, but not like the movie got ruined or anything like that.
Oh.
I was just thinking though, in the one scene where they're going down like that water slide kind of thing. And I was like, they should create a replica of that.
That looks
at, like,
so
a theme
fun,
park,
doesn't it? Yeah.
And then have you end at like a pirate ship and you can play on the pirate ship and stuff.
Yeah.
Like that would be epic. But I mean, kids would have to see the movie nowadays to understand that.
Right.
Like that'd be so cool.
Now, the version that you watched, did it have the sea monster in it?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
No.
Because there's a scene in that towards the end of the movie there with the pirate ship where there's a sea monster running around or swimming around in that water there
In the cave?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, I didn't see that.
So like I remember when I used to watch the movie when I was little, at the very end when all the kids are talking to the cops and the one kid, Short Round from Indiana Jones, he's like, oh, and the worst part was the monster, the sea monster or the octopus or something like that. And I'd always be like, why is he making up some ridiculous story about an octopus in the water? Nobody saw an octopus, but it is actually a scene in the movie, but it's only in like certain cuts of the movie.
That's weird.
I don't know why.
Take that out, but leave that in.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. It doesn't make it like totally makes him sound like a liar.
Yeah.
I don't know, but yeah.
Corey Feldman was really funny too. Like I loved how he's like, oh, I speak perfect Spanish. Like, and he's telling the housekeeper that's where Mr. So-and-so keeps all his sex toys or sex torture devices.
Exactly.
And she's like, I live in a crazy house. Which actually that the maid or whatever, I noticed, I was like, where have I seen her before? And she plays the lady who shoots Selena.
I was like, whenever I don't know
that lady.
I don't know her real name, but that's the woman that killed Selena. I don't know her real name.
What she's known for.
I think this was Josh Brolin's first movie too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
That was the brother?
The older brother, yeah. And then what's his name? I just read that he actually just went into rehab. He checked himself into rehab for some kind of substance abuse thing. Yeah. So hope he does well. Yeah. But anyway, and then what's his name? Sean Astin. He grew up and was Sam in Lord of the Rings movies and stuff too.
Oh, okay.
The little kid. Mikey.
Which one?
Mikey, the main kid.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I'll have to look at him again. Really? That's Sam?
Yeah.
Okay. The kid with the braces?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'll have to look at comparison. I'm like, really? That's him?
Yeah, that's him.
Did they ever explain why the dad has all that stuff in the attic? He just likes to collect stuff? No,
I think he like ran a museum or did something...
Okay,
something job related, I think.
Okay, I missed that then.
I'm pretty sure. I don't remember exactly, but I want to say it was something with his job.
The only thing is I was just laughing at the end how they found the gems, but I was like, oh, those are some really realistic looking gems there. Like, I swear, like, I bought those at, like, arts and crafts store.
Yep.
Like, could have done a little better making those gems look really realistic.
Well, it's a
kid's movie. Yeah.
But
so no, it was entertaining. I could see definitely why you grew up like loving that as a kid, such a classic movie. Yeah. So I do feel kind of bad that I didn't see that. I actually asked my mom. I was talking to her on the phone. I said, "You remember the Goonies?" She's like, "Oh yeah, I remember seeing that or hearing about that." I'm like, "Why did we never watch that?"
It was one of those movies. I didn't own it for the longest time, so it would come on UPN 9, the channel, and I would try to always catch it when it was on there.
Oh, one thing that I was laughing at, I was like, maybe I just don't know, but like when they found the skeleton and they're like, oh, that's a pepper pot or whatever. And they're like, well, check his wallet. And he has like an ID. I'm like, wasn't he from the 30s? Did they have identification in their wallets in the 30s?
Yeah, I don't remember what year he was from.
Like,
so yeah,
like cause they had said like, oh, he's been there like 50 years, and that was in the 80s. So like, wait, did they have driver's licenses and stuff? Like,
I don't think they had driver's licenses, but they might have. I mean, I don't know. So, but they had to have a way to.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. Like, oh, that's kind of an easy way out there. But I was like, wait, and I'm like, well, just let it go.
Yeah, because otherwise it'd be just a random skeleton.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I enjoyed it. It was cute.
Cool. And then you saw the guy, what's his name? The brother, Joe, the one who was in
the one Baby Stay Out.
Yeah, Joe. Yeah. What's his name? Pantaleano.
Yeah,
or something.
That's it.
Yeah.
I don't wear a hairpiece. And I was like laughing over it.
They're so funny.
He has such a recognizable voice. Like, if you hear him speaking, like, oh yeah, that's him.
Yeah, definitely. And then the mom, she's so mean. She keeps slapping him and stuff. I'll show you, Trevor.
Oh, at the end when she's trying to convince the hey, you guy, whatever his name is. Sloth, yeah. There we go. Like, oh, I loved you. And she's like, rockabye baby. And he's like, drop or fall. Right. And she's like, oh, I may have dropped you once. Like, okay, twice.
Yeah.
Should make a t-shirt like I'm like, hey, you guy.
Oh, there's probably a lot of them. Yeah. I actually had a Goonies t-shirt for a while. Yeah. It was one of my favorite shirts.
So yeah, I feel kind of bad that I kind of missed out on the Goonies growing up, but now I can get the references and stuff.
Yeah, so, exactly. Yeah. Well, whenever you do watch Monster Squad, it's the same kind of thing. They don't go to any lands or anything. It's just monsters come and attack their town. Okay. But it's the same kind of thing. It's a bunch of kids, neighborhood kids, banding together to fight them.
Yeah, I think I was expecting something like Never Ending Story.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think that's what I was leaning towards. So like, oh, they're in the attic, blah, 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 something's going to happen. Oh, no, never mind.
All right. Cool. Glad you finally saw that. Yeah. It's you can't be an 80s baby and never have seen the Goonies. But anyway, let me see. I'm trying to think if there was... So I watched Baby's Day Out. I don't think I watched any other movies on TV or anything. I just watched some TV shows. Did you watch any other movies?
No. I mean, other than the to-do list, which I don't care to talk about again.
But, right.
Yeah, it was funny, but there's not really any comments I have.
No new comments.
No new comments. I didn't catch anything new this time around.
Right. What about movie news? You got any movie news? Any Loki news?
Loki news. No, not really. I mean, other than they just came out with a trailer. It was a Japanese trailer, though, for the Only Lovers Left Alive, where he plays like a vampire.
Right.
So they had that, so I ended up watching that. But, because they had some dialogue, so you heard a little English, but you had the voiceover guy, like,
I need to hear it. Yeah. But what did you think, though, of the trailer?
It still worries me that it could be kind of like the Deep Blue Sea, that it could be a little boring, but there are some parts, that they're kissing and then her sister comes in. It looks like he has like an affair with a sister or something, so it could be interesting there. But he kind of has longer hair and he's just like he's a really old vampire, so he's kind of like, dude, just I mean, he doesn't say that, but that's the effect that it looks like he has. So I don't know.
We'll see when it comes out. Do you like him more with longer hair or shorter hair?
Shorter hair, definitely.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, because Tom Hiddleston in real life, I like him with a little bit darker, but he has kind of a chestnut brown hair. He doesn't have the dark Loki hair. Definitely not.
I noticed that.
And I like him, as Tom Hiddleston instead of Loki.
Interesting.
Loki is sexy, don't get me wrong, but in terms of the hair and stuff, I like him with shorter hair.
Oh, okay. Okay, cool. What else did you have for movie news? I didn't really write down anything.
The only other movie trailer was that Noah movie trailer.
Yeah, I watched that one.
Well, that I actually like. I think we're differing about that, but that I thought looks really interesting. It has like Russell Crowe and Anthony Hopkins, Emma Watson.
Yep.
Yeah.
Hermione.
And yeah, Hermione, exactly. But like I really like movies where they take like an existing story and try to, you know, make it into a movie version of it, but it looks like they're spicing this up a little bit, you know, to make it more
I think they
interesting.
would have to.
So yeah, because it's just a basic story. But like I've always loved the Noah's Ark story. So I thought it'd be interesting to kind of make a more serious tone instead of like 2x2 movies.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know.
I think it looks good.
It looks like it's going to be 3 hours, and it's going to be a lot of Russell Crowe making that face he always makes. And I like Jennifer Connelly, too, and she's in there, his wife, I think. I mean, I don't really know much about the Noah's Ark story except for the obvious parts. So, yeah, they're obviously going to beef the story up a bit. And the effects look kind of cool, but it's not something I'm going to go see. I mean, I don't have any ties to that story either, obviously. So.
I think that's why I'm more like, oh, that's interesting. I grew up listening to that story, you know?
Yeah. No, that's not something I'm going to go. I mean, if I get free tickets and it's under 2.5 hours, I might go see it.
I also I think because I saw it was a long trailer, I'm like, they probably that's like the whole movie right there. They showed a lot in the trailer again. So
I feel like I'm gonna be watching that and I'm just gonna be like, get to the animals, come on! Like, I just want to see the animals on the boat.
Yeah. Have you ever heard the Bill Cosby Noah stand up?
Oh, right.
Right. What's a cubit? On candid camera, like, I just when I was watching the trailer, I was thinking of that, like, somebody call, like, who is that? Like, it's the Lord, Noah. Right. But look, because he's like, right, it's like, what do you want? I've been good. So yeah.
Yeah, so you can give us your review on that movie when it comes out.
Like, oh yeah, it wasn't that good. Well, it just they have all these actors and stuff. Like, oh, it should be good, I would think.
Did you catch who directed that?
The director who did Black Swan. I don't know who that was.
Oh yeah, that's another reason why I'm kind of it's Darren Aronofsky.
There you go.
Yeah, that's another.
You didn't like Black Swan?
No, I like Black Swan, but I'm hit or miss with his movies.
Oh, okay.
So. Yeah.
We will see.
We'll see.
But yeah, that's it for like movie news and stuff like that. I just have TV now, so.
True, me too. Some TV news for me, starting right off the bat. I'm calling it. I'm going to give up, or not give up, but I'm going on hold with Sleepy Hollow and The Blacklist because I want to get back into reading, and with work and stuff lately I don't have any time, so I'm letting loose the shows that I do like them a lot and I find them enjoyable and stuff, but maybe in a season or two I'll come back and watch the whole thing. But for right now, I mean, I like Sleepy Hollow, but I couldn't get myself to watch this week's episode. I just didn't feel like I just had other stuff I had to do. Same thing with Blacklist. And I think they're pretty good shows, but I got other stuff I got to do. Well,
the one thing I want to say about Sleepy Hollow that it won't give away too much, but at the very end of the episode, they say like, oh, for the Horsemen, we gotta get Katrina. And they're like, yeah, we need Katrina. I'm like, so now you're really going to try to get your wife free? Like, whereas you weren't trying before? Like, that just kind of pissed me off. Like, oh, no, we must get Katrina. Like,
you know what it is? Yeah, there isn't enough of a hook to keep me into the show. Like, I like everything. I like the actors. I like that they're dealing with these, like, old school, like, horror elements and stuff, but there's not enough that's keeping me where I gotta see the next episode.
Like, you're looking forward to seeing it. Yeah.
Exactly, yeah. So, that's, but no, this last episode was good then?
Yeah, I thought it was. Like, because we were talking about in the last podcast about like how they had the horsemen trapped and stuff like that. So, they had them like chained up and stuff. So that's, talking about that. And actually this episode explains who the horseman was. Like, and Ichabod actually knew him. So that's kind of interesting. So it wasn't a bad episode, no. And it's just at the very end, like, we need Katrina. Like, you've always needed Katrina because she's your wife. You should try harder.
Exactly.
So.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I'll come back, but I'll come back later when I have more time. Let me see what other shows. Oh, Walking Dead.
Oh, geez, Walking Dead.
Wow, my enthusiasm for Walking Dead is really dwindling a lot lately. Yeah, it's on a downward spiral. Yeah. I'd say. I don't hate the show, and I'm not going to not watch it. But
what the heck?
Yeah, I'm like, I don't give a shit about any of this stuff. Mm-hmm. The whole damn episode about the governor. What
was the purpose?
Filler. Can we say filler?
Yeah.
Like, that was totally filler.
Filler.
The commercials for next, or, I guess tonight, but next week's episode, it looked all like it's all about him again.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't care. I mean, are they trying to make him a sympathetic character?
That's what I'm thinking, because I was starting to like, okay, maybe he's trying to be good now because he's helping these people. But like, I like the governor as this bad guy. So
the psycho bad guy.
I was waiting for him to like turn on these people. And like when they made him carry the dad into the bed and stuff, I was like, oh, he's going to kill him. He's going to smother him. He's going to do something,
Exactly.
But nope. Or my main note that I put down is how he was like getting close with this little girl. Like, he's gonna imagine that that's his daughter, and he's gonna kidnap her.
Yeah,
and run off with her,
turn all
and he's gonna
weird.
Start calling her. Yeah. But that didn't happen. Like, they should have done that. That would have been awesome, because he was so crazy about his daughter.
Yeah, I'm not into this at all.
Yeah.
Whatever. Can we get back? I want to know how. I want Rick to tell Daryl about Carol. I want Daryl and Michonne to hook up. And I want them to deal with this the flu or whatever it is they got going on.
So I was trying to think, like, this timeline, like this episode is going along like while they, like, it's not the flu yet. Like, it's him, like, during the time, like, while they were growing their vegetables and stuff. This is what he was doing.
Right.
Basically.
Yeah. That's what I got from it.
That's what it's building up to. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. No, not a fan right now.
It's like a whole new show. I'm like, I don't like this. Is boring.
Yeah, I was sitting here and I was like, so this is gonna be the whole episode. I don't care about those women. I don't really care about that girl. I don't care.
Nope.
I don't care at all.
Nope.
So yeah, I don't even care that this week. I don't even care about this week's episode coming up.
Still gotta watch it, obviously, but yeah.
You can watch it and give me your review.
Okay.
And then I'll think about watching. Because, I got other stuff I could do with an hour. Anyway, so yeah. I guess we're on the same page there. Although other people I know, and I looked at some reviews and stuff online, and they're like, oh, this was very interesting. I want to see where it goes. Blah, blah, blah.
No.
And I'm like, no. I don't
give
like
us Daryl.
Yeah, give us the crew, the prison crew.
Like, did everyone go on strike or something for like a week, and that's why?
Like, here, you get a vacation. No, it really feels like filler, though.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Anyway.
Whatever. Yeah, moving on. What else you got on your list there?
Almost Human.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So this is a new show.
Carl Urban and Michael Ealy.
Yeah. Two lovely guys. I think they have good chemistry.
They do, yeah.
Yeah, they got a good rapport. So, what are your thoughts?
I liked it. I mean, I haven't. I watched the pilot. I haven't gotten to watch the next episode yet.
Okay,
but I thought the pilot was really good, and they had, they gave the backstory. They got something going on with his ex-girlfriend or the girlfriend who disappeared or something.
Right.
At the very end, he saw with his memories, she was there. So I'm like, oh, she was in on it. So that's kind of interesting.
Exactly.
And it was funny because it reminded me kind of Terminator 2, like how he became more of a nicer robot, and kind of had feelings for the kid at the end or whatever.
He understood feelings and emotions.
Yeah, because that's how the Michael Ealy's character is. He said I was built to feel human emotions too.
Right.
So I was like, oh, that's nice. And they kept saying, there's that word again, because they said, I'm riding with a synthetic. Like, there's that word again.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I like this show. And yeah, I watched both episodes, but I won't talk about the other one. But it's got good potential, I think. And it's J.J. Abrams, and I love J.J. Abrams.
Yeah, me too.
So I was sold once I heard Carl Urban, Michael Ealy, and a J.J. Abrams show. I'm like, yes, what time?
I'll be sitting there with popcorn.
Exactly. But yeah, again, I like it. I'm going to see where it goes, but I hope it doesn't get the Sleepy Hollow treatment, but it may, so we'll see. But as of right now, I like it. Yeah, I agree. It's funny how we always agree on stuff.
Yeah,
we're supposed to be debating
more. Yeah.
You know what it is? We'll have to, when we do our little sidecast, our next episode, we'll have to pick two things or pick something that we both feel strongly about, but on the opposite ends, like Twilight.
Yeah. There you go. Well, we both agree the movies weren't that great, but I really love the books. Like, did you try reading the books?
I read the first book.
Okay. See, I really like the books, so.
And well, we could, there's stuff we could, because there's definite stuff we don't agree on.
Yeah.
Movie wise.
Yeah.
But anyway, we'll figure something out. But okay, cool. Almost Human, 2 thumbs up.
Yes.
What else you got?
And last but not least, we have Sons of Anarchy.
Woo! Oh shit! Yeah, Sons of Anarchy. I obviously cannot talk about it, but there was something that happened this last week, and really, I feel like I was sitting on a chair, and I was sitting on a chair, and they just pulled the chair out, and I just fell on my ass. Like, yeah, I was like, holy shit, really? Like, I don't know where they're going with the rest of the season. There's only 2 more episodes. Ooh. And this week they're on break because of Thanksgiving. Damn it. Oh. But yeah, there's only 2 more episodes. And then there's next season, which is the last season. I have no idea. I'm like, this may happen. Nope. Have no idea. I don't know where they're going with this show. Because I did not see that coming. What happened this last week, I didn't see it coming at all. And like, I know I've been talking about things where I'm like, oh, I don't like where this one thing is going, blah, blah, blah. That's been basically one storyline that I've been feeling like that about. Mm-hmm. This is a totally different thing.
Totally unexpected.
Yeah.
Field or
I didn't, I can't say anything, but I'm just like, I don't know. I don't know. I got nothing.
I got blindsided.
Yeah, I did. I definitely got blindsided. This was the one week too where I was like, I'm too tired. I'll just DVR and I'll watch it tomorrow. Mm-hmm. Holy hell. On Facebook, I got texts. I got all caps texts. Don't go on Facebook. Don't go on IMDb. Watch the episode ASAP. I was like, damn. So I just stayed up and I watched it. I had to wait till it ended at 11:30 and then watch it. So I was up late as hell that night. But I'm like, no, because I don't want to get spoiled by this. This is the one show I really don't want to get spoiled about. So... yeah. That being said, where are you now?
I'm on, I think it's episode 7 or something like that.
So you're coming to a close on the first season.
Season 1. Okay. Yeah. This one, it was about like the prospect was put into a fight or something like that, and he was supposed to lose it, but then like he saw his girl like just hug Clay, and then he was like, and then he just freaked out. This like Jax found out like because Tara told him about the stalker guy, and he like flipped shit and went over and like beat the guy up, and then like the barber owner said like, oh, he stabbed him with a scissors. I was just laughing at that. Mm-hmm. I didn't know like. Because they had that other story with they found the bones, and it turns out to be like the dad of one of the guys that I guess Clay was taking care of.
Yes.
I don't know if he was a member of Sons of Anarchy, but he was just a mechanic.
Oh, I
forgot his name.
I feel like he is. I'm not 100% sure.
And so he like freaked out and like just was using drugs or something like that. I was like, I don't remember being introduced to this kid.
No, you weren't because I did the same thing when I'm like, who the hell? But no, and it'll work its way out. But yeah, it's a little jarring at first because I did the same exact thing when I was watching it. I'm like, I don't know who this is.
So for right now, Jax thinks that guy was killed in Crossfire. Like that's what Clay told him, but then he told the guy's kid the truth that he actually was an enemy or something, right?
Yes. Okay. Yes. Yeah, I think so.
Because I thought it was a really sweet ending how like Clay, I don't know if it's like his heart is heavy or something like that, but he like laid down and like put his head in Gemma's lap, and she's like, "Aw."
Yeah. Some stressful
stuff. Like,
Lord,
my load is heavy. Yeah. So, but I definitely know that we haven't, at least I feel, we haven't seen the end of Tara Stalker, because like, he went away in the cop car.
He left. Okay.
Yes,
okay.
Yeah, he got taken away in the cop car
he
because
needed to go
he broke
away.
all these laws and stuff. And,
because you found out he wasn't even, like, he's not even supposed to be there.
Yeah, like his boss didn't know he was there. So, like, and he violated a restraining order and all that stuff. And he's so creepy, like, when he broke into the and what does the baby have to, like, Jax's baby, not even with Tara, have to do with Tara? I
know. Yeah, he's so creepy.
Yeah, and he's, like, peeing on the floor and stuff. I was like, what is your problem?
I know. Like, ew, that's sick. Why would you do that?
But yeah, I'm glad finally that Jax actually told Gemma, like, it's really none of your business. You know, Tara is none of your business. Like, good, she needs to be put in her place.
Exactly. And
so nosy.
I'm gonna let you in on something. You're gonna do that throughout the whole show.
What,
like, is this
so
really
nosy?
any of your concern, Gemma?
Yeah.
No. She's nosy as hell.
Yeah. So yeah, it's still interesting. You know, I'm not like crazy about it like you are, but
no,
you know,
but I mean that it'll ramp up for you. That's
like I'm watching it for you and for our listeners because I said please watch it. Everyone else is freaking out about it, so like it must you know take off.
No,
really,
it does because like I said, everybody that I've gotten to watch that show has become obsessed with it. I mean, you see how Maria is about it, and you know a couple of our other friends, and you're not going to just be like, oh my god, I'm obsessed. It's just going to be a slow thing as you progress through the seasons.
Okay.
And yeah, there's some stuff coming. And you're just going to be like, whoa. So yeah, good. Glad you're going along with that because it's awesome. And it's not like Breaking Bad because you know we tried to watch Breaking Bad and because everybody was just crazy about it. And like I said, I saw all the episodes. It was a good show, but it's not the greatest show on television. So this one, I think you will like more.
What was it? Was it Family Guy that had like Peter turned on the TV show? Was like, you will watch Breaking Bad. Yes. Breaking Bad's the best show.
Yes, that and what was it? The Wire, I think, is the other one. Yeah. That's how I feel.
Yeah,
everybody acts that way about the show, and I don't know. We're in the minority on that one.
I'll watch all of Sons of Anarchy. You're gonna be so mad at me if I'm not like totally in love with it.
No, I'm gonna be flabbergasted and be like, what's the matter with your brain?
I'll just lie and be like, oh yes, I love it. Oh yeah, applause.
No, because I'll keep grilling you about it.
No, I trust you that I'll like it.
Yeah, because if you didn't like, if you watched the first couple and you really didn't like it, then I would say don't, because you're just not gonna like it. But if it still has your interest after a couple episodes, then yeah, because then you'll end up loving it.
Yeah.
Like us all, join us. Cool. So that's Sons of Anarchy then, and Walking Dead. Those are the two big shows, I guess. I haven't seen this week's Scandal, although I know I need to hurry up and watch it because there's some big stuff going on there. And what else? We watch anything else?
Well, last night they had that SNL, right, with Josh Hutcherson, that we'll have to watch.
Oh yeah, I recorded that. I haven't watched it yet. What did I do? I got home around like 9 last night, and I was so souped to get to bed. I was like, I'm going to bed. It's Saturday night. It's like 10 o'clock. I don't care. I'm in my pajamas. I am going to sleep. So that was my Saturday
Well, yeah,
night.
after staying up for Sons of Anarchy and then stayed late to see Catching Fire.
Yeah, exactly. So. Yeah, this whole week I've been neglecting my sleep. And anybody who knows me knows that I need like at least a good 8 hours of sleep. So. Oh, one other thing. This is kind of funny. Yesterday, do you know what I tried? Shawarma.
Oh, really?
I was sitting there. I went to this like Mediterranean restaurant or whatever, and there was a bunch of stuff on the menu. Some of it looked good, and like the waitress was trying to upsell this other thing, and I was like, I really want to try shawarma because it was in the movie, and you know, if Tony Stark is talking about it, I got to try it. So it was good. It was
what is it?
It's I mean, it was really just like a soft taco, but not really like thicker than that. And the one that I had what was it? Shredded beef in it, and onions, and then like tomatoes and some other stuff all thrown in there.
You're making me hungry.
I know, I'm hungry now. So yeah. But yeah, it was good. I liked it, and now I can say that I've actually tried it. So yay! But yeah, I totally tried that for nerdy reasons alone. It's like, I think
shawarma sales went up after that movie.
Oh, I bet they did. Yeah. Do you have shawarma here?
I heard it's good. Iron Man told me so.
Yeah, Tony Stark recommended try it. So yeah. But yeah, that's all I got really. So which movie did you want to go for next week?
I think I'm going to go with, since after Thanksgiving stuff, I'm going to be doing all my wholesome holiday movies. I'm going to go with one more like sci-fi / horror, and you had told me a while back to see Event Horizon. You said that's kind of movie that I would like. So
yeah, I kind of wish I had known that was on Netflix when we were doing the horror movies, because I would have said to watch it then.
Yeah.
But yeah, like you said, 'cause this is as far as you can get from a wholesome holiday movie. So that'll be a nice switch for you. So that's interesting. I'm gonna watch. Well, I'll watch Young Frankenstein because I didn't get to that one this week or last week. I mean, and then the other movie I'm gonna watch is Paranorman. That's the computer animated movie. I heard that's really good, and I wanted to see it. And it's on Netflix now, so I'm gonna check that out. So yeah,
is that the one where he's kind of like Frankenstein or whatever and brings his dog back to life?
No, that's Frankenweenie.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, they came out around the same time, so yeah, I get them confused.
Okay.
I don't exactly know what Paranorman's about, to be honest, but I just know it's computer animated, and I heard that it was good. Cool. So now next week, we may be like a little late or a little early, depending. I don't know because it's the holiday and stuff like that, and
things can come up with family. And
right,
stuff,
exactly. But we'll get something up. It just might be a little like a day or two late or something.
We'll talk about everything that we ate and
yeah, like I am now 6 pounds heavier.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's Thanksgiving, so it's okay.
Yes.
But yeah, I think that's everything then, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, pretty good to go.
Right.
And yeah, when hopefully tomorrow night we will do our Catching Fire podcast. Yes. So we'll get that up maybe Tuesday or Wednesday. Mm-hmm. All right, cool. So that's everything then. If you guys want to send us any emails or movie recommendations or criticisms or any of that crap, you can do that at damselsinDebate@gmail.com. You can go to our website and also post reviews and all that junk. Or praise is always nice. And you can also stream all our episodes on our website, which is just damselsindebate.com. And then you can also find us, become, well, not a fan, I guess, like our page on Facebook. And you can follow us on Twitter. And, you can subscribe to us and rate and review us on Stitcher and on iTunes.
Yeah, we haven't gotten a review in a while. I'm sad.
Well, I guess because we've been kind of off schedule a bit for the last couple of weeks. It's hard though with the holidays and all that kind of crap. Yeah. People going out of town and
jobs and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. But we're trying to get on it. Mm-hmm. Don't worry.
Yeah, we're not getting paid to do this or anything.
Oh no. That's why as you all can tell, we're clearly not professionals at any of this stuff. So, but yeah, it's all for fun.
Yeah.
But yeah. Okay, well, everybody have a great Thanksgiving. Get some turkey. Be careful. Don't go out on Black Friday if you don't have to. Like if there's some magic deal that you have to get, go get it. But otherwise, don't do it.
Don't camp out and wait in line. No. Like I used to work at a baby store, and we would have to. I had to have to because I was a supervisor. I had to be there at 4 a.m. for people to come in to get $10 boxes of diapers or something. Yeah. I was like, oh my God.
Exactly. And so now they're even starting on Thanksgiving night now and stuff.
That's just wrong because then there's people that have to work, the retail and stuff. So because I work the retail, I do not go and shop Black Friday. Like it's not worth it.
No, I don't either.
I do Cyber Monday because it's different, like just being at home and shopping online, but
and people are psychos too, so just be careful.
Trampled and everything. Yeah. It's just sad.
But yep. Enjoy Thanksgiving. Gobble, gobble.
See you next time.